Hey there again, it's the Goof. I wanted to talk about something else. I wanted to talk about how I felt about E3. This last E3, all the showings, and basically something that everyone and their grandmother's already done this, but it's my turn. I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to make it one video. I'm going to make it as short as I can. I don't want to rant too much. That's my goal. My goal is to not go overboard, but here we go. Let's start with Sony. Actually, no, let's start with Microsoft. I'm glad that they finally got their best foot forward. I'm glad they did well this time. This was good. Um, the last several showings, anything having to do with the Xbox One, they were still focused on this stupid I don't know how to say it, ideology of just having this all-in-one living room thing. And I don't think they understand it. You see, Microsoft first went into video games to compete with Sony because of some statements Sony made, and they got scared, and they were like, oh, it's going to mess with our business, and yada, yada, yada. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm not going to go into details. That's not happening. But anyhow, that's how they got into this. They were really just wanting to compete to Sony and, I guess, get rid of Sony. I don't know. But they went in, and they wanted to make this the all-in-one living room thing. I think Sony had mentioned something similar at one point with the PlayStation 2 or 3. And when they mentioned this as it being your go-to for everything, it scared them because they looked at Windows as that go-to for everything, which I question that because I consider Linux the go-to. Yeah, Windows is okay, but it's expensive. Linux, it's free, but it's not free. If you go, I'm not going to go into detail about it. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go into detail about that. But okay, but Microsoft has a lot to learn, and I think they're learning, and that's always good. Every company needs to learn. Sony learned, Microsoft is learning. Their showing was great. They focused on games. Oh, God. I hate to say it, but the only thing that really caught me was that, I guess it's a DLC for Dead Rising 3. Yeah. That's the only thing that really made me go, oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. As a longtime gamer, stuff like that is awesome to me. But the fact that they did focus on games, good job, Microsoft. Did you good boy. Did you good boy. Okay, moving on to Sony. Again, I can't remember everything I've seen. A lot of it, I think, was third party. I know I liked it, and I don't remember if it was Sony or Microsoft's conference. It would be easier to not so much talk about each conference, but just talk about the games that I recall and are excited for. Sunset Overdrive. I'm excited for that. And I think it was Sony's conference that they showed off Dead Island 2, I think, which has Jack Black in it. And it made me, when I seen that very ending of the trailer, I was like, Jack Black? Wait. Is this Dead Island going to be like a comedy horror? Because that would be fantastic. That would just be marvelous. It would be great. I don't think there are too many, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's too many comedy horror games. I know there's movies that are horror and comedy, but not so much games. So if the next Dead Island is that, then they get a big thumbs up for me. I think that a humor and a horror anything is pretty cool. That's just me. So I'm really looking forward to that. I can't recall all the games. I just remember sitting there watching Sony. There was some hiccups in Sony conferences, as I recall, and I wasn't real happy about it, but I do remember paying attention and do remember that they did pretty good. They didn't do horribly. Okay. Moving on to Nintendo. Again, when I get done talking about Nintendo, people are still going to be looking at me going, he can say what he wants to say, but oh my God, he is such a Nintendo fanboy. Shut up. Anyhow, let's talk about everything Nintendo. It's sad that I can remember most of what Nintendo had to show. A lot of things caught my eye. Some things I don't care about. I'm not a Pokemon. I'm not super fanatically into Pokemon. It's a pretty cool property. I realize a lot of people enjoy it. It's just not something I ever really got into. That's the only thing I didn't really care about. Everything else had me going, oh, awesome, awesome. I can't wait to play Yoshi's Woolly World. It looks like it's going to be fun. That's what matters. Fun. I'm looking at you, Rich. You should try the game. Don't sit there and judge it on its aesthetics. You can go back and watch a video from behind, but from behind. It's that behind. Okay, but you can go back and watch a video I've done already to go into a whole rant about that. But I can't wait to play Yoshi's Woolly World. I think it's going to be fun. I can't wait to play I think it's called Kirby's Rainbow Curse. Yeah, that claymation style is awesome. I can't wait to just play that. I played the original Canvas Curse, and I thought that was awesome. But I can't wait to play this game either. Claymation. Can't wait. Zelda Hyrule Warriors. Okay, I'm not huge into the normal, everyday Dynasty Warriors series. It's pretty fun to me, even though it is repetitive. If they can add some Nintendo charm, not just a story or aesthetics or anything like that involving Zelda, but if they can really add some unique things to it to break things up a bit more and not make it so repetitive, then it might be good, but we'll see. But yeah, they didn't really show much of the Zelda Wii U game. I'm looking forward to it in a way, but I just made a video and I had some things to say about Miyamoto and what he said. I'm not going to go into detail about that. This video is... God, my videos are so long. I hate that. I'm sorry. And I know some people won't even bother to watch it because of how long it is. I'm sorry. Anyhow, moving on. The conference itself was funny. I mean, it wasn't really a conference. It was a digital event, as they called it. But I think Nintendo, when they do their own thing, it's a good idea to do their own thing. They want to break away. They want to stand out. Here's the sad part. As much as I'm unbiased as I am, I know that Sony and Microsoft's going to follow suit. They're going to stop doing conferences. They're going to say, oh, it makes sense, and they're going to do exactly what Nintendo does. They need to stop doing that. They need to find their own way. And if it doesn't work for them, they need to just... I don't know. I'm not going to say any more about that. But I thought it was overall good. The Robot Chicken stuff was clever. I like that. I'm glad. And you can tell it's actual Robot Chicken work. It's the guys that do Robot Chicken who actually done it. I'm surprised that whenever they showed Mario, that it was somebody else voicing him. I don't know who it was, but it wasn't Charles Martinet. I think the only character that sounded like Charles Martinet was Wario when he drops in. But, I can't wait for Smash Brothers. Okay, I'm worried because I bought the last Smash Brothers. I bought it because I liked the story. That story mode that they had, where you went through and it basically told a bit of a story. That's why I bought it. So I'm worried that the new one won't have a story mode. If it won't, it kind of brings down the value a bit. It needs that story mode, especially for somebody like me who plays alone most of the time. I like the story mode. I don't know if the next one's going to have it. I'm still going to buy it for a couple of reasons. Sonic, Mega Man, Pac-Man, right along Mario, and Mii Fighters. I can put myself into the game. That's something I always want to do. And that's something I kept sitting back going, they should do this. Why aren't they doing this? They better be doing this. They probably will do this. If they don't do this, they're dumb for not doing it. And they do it. Good job. So I can't wait to put my own me in there. You're going to see me. You're going to know it's me. I don't even know if I can wear glasses on a... I said, yeah, you can wear glasses, can't you? They have a way for adding glasses to your me. I can put glasses on my me, since I do wear glasses. I don't know if you've noticed. Yes, I do wear glasses. Sometimes I don't bother. But I am a nerd, and I do have vision issues. So, yeah, I'm probably going to wear this more. I don't care what he calls himself. James Rolfe, Angry Video Game Nerd. I'm the original Angry Video Game Nerd. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of angry video game nerds out there, isn't there? I used to wear those shirts too with the little thing. It was, I did that through part of high school and stuff. It was just how I was. You get older and you don't want to seem like such an idiot, even though I am a bit of an idiot. But yeah. I want to get to one more thing. Mario Maker. Now, they didn't have a lot to show. I'm pretty sure it was early. It was early demo stuff. It looked like beta stuff. It's like they haven't even put a lot of stuff they wanted. And if they had, they didn't show it. They didn't show it off. Maybe it's still testing and stuff. But what they did show was interesting. It was intriguing. I can't help but figure that even though Nintendo won't say this, they won't say this. But I feel like it's an answer to two other games that, if you can call them games, two other things that I'm looking forward to. And I love the Little Big Planet series. I have a PlayStation 3 back there. I love it. You can't see it. It's further this way. I could turn the camera and show you, but I'm not going to do that. Anyhow, back to what I was saying. I like the Little Big Planet series, and Project Spark looks really interesting. The end of the trailer for Project Spark teed me off. I'm a huge fan of Conker. Conker's awesome. And they teased people with that so bad I was thinking, he's back. All right. I'll tell you who did best with that. And that's JonTron. He's another personality I love on YouTube. I didn't mention him in my little video about personalities, but yes, he had the reaction I had. Up yours, Microsoft! Yeah, I think they really screwed over Rare when they bought Rare. Sorry, Microsoft. You really do stuff that makes me back away. You're the one company that I step back from, and I haven't ever owned any of your consoles. I came close to owning the Xbox One. You did the whole DRM thing, and I'm scared that with your next system you're going to try it again. And that scares me. I don't like DRM. A lot of people don't like DRM. It would be useful if there was decent internet around the world, or at least around the US, and there's not. I, myself, am on satellite internet, unfortunately. It's not very good. I can't be connected constantly. I can't constantly do things. It's poor, and I hope they eventually advance it. Maybe they won't, but I hope they eventually advance it to where I can just sit on it constantly and play games and download constantly and all this. But Microsoft did the DRM thing, and that made me back far away. I didn't want it. I don't want DRM. Nintendo doesn't do a DRM. Sony was probably going to do DRM, but they backed out of it. They saw the reaction Microsoft had. Good call on Sony's part. But Microsoft, I'm scared that if I get an Xbox One, because I was going to get one, I'm scared if I get one now, at some point, they're going to put the DRM back in. They're going to put the DRM back in, and I'm going to be screwed. I'm going to be screwed out of a lot of money. And it's because of that. I don't trust them. The trust is lost. I've made this comment a lot in YouTube videos talking about them. But the trust is lost. They lost the trust. Anyhow, I'm way off topic again. I hate when I do this. This video is too long. And I always do it. I always do it. I need to stop doing it. But, back to Mario Maker. It's in the vein of Little Big Planet. It's Nintendo's answer to Little Big Planet. And maybe Project Spark. But I love things like this. I love creative. I like software games, whatever, where I can create my own stuff. Now, depending on what Nintendo does with this, it's a day one buy for me. Depending on what they do with it. But if they need to add plenty of options for customization. Number one. I want to make levels as long as I want to make them and whatnot. I want to make transporting between underground or far off areas or whatnot. I want to add stuff like that. I want to make my own. I want to be able to make my own little character with some kind of sprite editing tool. I'm pretty sure they'll make it in there. The fact that they're calling it Mario Maker when clearly it's probably going to be some sort of sequel to Mario Paint at the same time. I would expect to be able to change some stuff up, make some own graphics. They said the man working on it, I always forget his name. He's kind of new in my eyes. I'm not familiar with the guy, but he's pretty much in charge of the Mario series, Mario games and the Yoshi games and stuff. He's pretty much in charge now. Miyamoto's, yeah. Okay, so he needs to add plenty of things. He wants to add some things. If they add the things necessary to make this truly awesome, I will get it. I'm really hoping they call it Mario Paint U, and and maybe make it as, maybe subtitle it as Mario Maker or something. Do something like that. People love Mario Paint. It was one of those things back on the Super Nintendo that people just, myself included, were just like, I love Mario Paint. It was awesome. It could have been better software. Not a lot you could do with colors and stuff, but it was fun. Fast forward, Mario Maker. I'm hoping for lots of customization. I'm hoping that I can really make some fantastic stuff with that. The problem is the man working on it, and I don't have his name, and I don't want to go looking it up right now. This video is going too long as it is. It's already going on 16 minutes, 20-some seconds. Anyhow, but if he does, he said he wanted to not make this overwhelming. Make it overwhelming. Give us plenty. That's the other thing. There needs to be options for hills, slopes, that kind of thing. Don't just make it flat. It looks like it's just, at first glance, it's just going to be Mario 1 based stuff. I hope not. Also, Super Mario Brothers 2, aka Super Mario USA, aka Doki Doki Panic. They need to add the option of, if you want to just make levels that play like those levels, they should add that option. They should add more music. I want to see more music from more games. And everybody's been calling out for this, but if they add the option to create your own tiles and stuff, you could make your own graphics. But people are like, Mario World graphics, you need to add Mario World graphics. Well, okay. They could do that, or they could add plenty of options to create your own stuff. Mario World graphics are not difficult at all. The other thing they could do is DLC. There is a lot of potential in this software, bottom line. A lot of potential. If they do it right, I think it'll sell really well. And even I want to see it be something that people will buy just so they can play the levels that are created. That's what I want to see. The content. DLC, I think they should do DLC. If they don't add in the stuff that people are calling for now, Nintendo, listen to me. DLC, you need to start doing more DLC stuff. People don't mind DLC like that. People don't mind stuff like that as far as DLC goes. DLC can be a good thing if it's done right. A lot of people don't do it right. Capcom is real guilty of this. The DLC is already on the freaking disc, but I'm having to pay to activate it. That's stupid. Capcom is on my crap list. I'm going to do another video having to do with them, by the way. This video's gone on long enough. It's 18 minutes long. I've said pretty much everything I want to say. I might make a follow-up video at one point, going into more detail about each game. But that's it. We're done here. Yeah, real done. Really done. Okay, so, this has been The Goof, signing out. All of you, have a good one. Bye.